Well, hello YouTubers, this is Bob Hickman. It is so good to be back with you guys. Well, the letters have been rolling in like crazy, and I'm so glad you guys have been watching and writing. So we're going to work on a few more letters tonight. But before we get into those, give me just a moment and let me attune to the spirit world. Okay. My spirit guide's over here. He says hi to all of you. Okay, my first letter tonight is for Mrs. Angel 915. Hello, dear. You know, in regards to your spiritual path, I'd like you to explore spiritualism, because I see around you a past life linked to this, and it looks like it was in the early 1900s, and you used to belong to a spiritualist church in that life. You were a lady, and you lived in upstate New York, and you were connected to spiritualism. And I feel that if you were to explore that as your path, you would find a lot of joy and happiness there. You know, so I want you to research that. There may be a spiritualist church in your area, but even if there's not, you can still practice the philosophy of spiritualism on your own through studying books and, you know, doing your own seances and things like that. But I do pick up spiritualism as a path where you'd really have a lot of great exploration, a lot of blessing. Okay? Thanks for writing. Okay, my next letter, Sky Angel to Love. Hello, dear. You know, I want you to watch the month of June here, because they keep saying that, you know, around you the financial position starts to improve at that time. You've been in a little kind of a holding pattern with money over the last few months. But I keep picking up somebody coming in here, and it looks like there may be an offer of some work for you, a new job offer or some type of work. And I feel like it might be part-time initially, but it looks like it does bring in some money to the household. And so I want you to be watching. The month of June is important for you, and that's where I'm starting to see improvement around you. And I get a lot of better sense of happiness around that time also. Okay? Thank you so much for writing. All right, my next letter, Austin Productions 1. Hello, good to see you. Well, first of all, let me tell you, you have my sympathy. I understand that you're struggling right now with depression, and that's okay. That doesn't make you abnormal. It just means you're human, okay? You know, we get down to the earth, and it's very difficult sometimes, and sometimes it feels a little overwhelming. But I'd like you to talk to your mom and dad about your feeling of depression here. And if you don't feel comfortable talking with them, maybe you want to talk to a teacher that you like at school, or maybe a guidance counselor, because, you know, you don't have to feel that way and feel alone and feel despondent, okay? And, you know, I also have to ask you, I don't know if you want to write to me privately about this, but I'm just picking up in the past that you may have possibly some sort of connection with attention deficit disorder, hyperactivity disorder. And I'm wondering if at one point they gave you medicines for that, because what they show me is that there's some sort of chemical imbalance in your body, and that medicine, I feel, may also have a connection. So you want to see if that's a factor as well, and you want to work with your doctor, of course. But listen, I want you to first talk to your parents, and if you can't, talk to a teacher. And if you're not comfortable with either of that, go ahead and give me a telephone call, and I can perhaps talk to somebody for you and help you, okay? So, anyways, let me know how it goes. Please keep up with me, okay? Thanks for writing. Okay, our next letter, Nina A. Freak. Nina Freak? You have a really good question. I like this. This is about astrology, and it's you say that some of the people around you try to say they're a Scorpio, even though their sun is not in Scorpio. Well, first of all, in the Western astrology, which is the tropical zodiac, we base our sign that we claim as our zodiac sign based on the position of the sun at the time of birth. So in your chart, when the sun is in a certain house, that's your sign. So, for example, by your birthday here, the sun did fall into Scorpio at that time. So that makes you a Scorpio. Now, I don't care what the other people are saying. They're saying, well, you know, I've got my moon in Scorpio, and I've got Venus in Scorpio, and all these planets, therefore I'm a Scorpio. No, it doesn't work that way. It's based on the sun sign in your chart at the time of birth. So they're wrong if they're telling you that. So don't listen to them. Don't let them intimidate you or try to make you think you're not a real Scorpio because you don't have all the planets in Scorpio. Doesn't matter. It's based on the sun sign. So anyways, know that you're a Scorpio and don't worry about it. You're fine. Okay? Now, other people can have Scorpio traits because of a heavy concentration of planets in a particular sign. But no, they're not Scorpio. So if your sun at the time of birth is in Virgo, guess what? All the planets in Scorpio and the sun in Virgo, you're still not a Scorpio, you're a Virgo. But you're actually a Scorpio, so that's okay. All right? I hope that helps. Let me know how it goes. Okay, next letter, Sanguine Angel. Hi. You know, there's a haunting going on in your house. You're not crazy. And I pick up a gentleman. The name around him is Tom. And he was a soldier in World War II. And I feel like he's still wandering around. It's like he's in shell shock. So he doesn't know that he's died. And he doesn't know the war is over. So when you hear him walking around and knocking over stuff, it's just him stumbling. He won't hurt you. He's not dangerous. But you want to say, Tom, look for that door where the bright light is. Because, see, spirits can see the spirit door. Tell him to go to that door. Tell him go to that light. Tell him that his family's over there and they're waiting for him. And he'll go, okay? But yeah, keep me posted on that. But it's no danger, but he's an earthbound, okay, from the war. Okay. Thanks for writing. All right. Next letter, Cutesy Morbid. Hi. You know, I keep getting around you the issue of marriage here. But I'm not seeing it for about 2 years. And I feel in 2 years you will be married. And I feel like the person that's around you now will be your spouse, you know. They seem to be a little slow to kind of move forward, though. But that's okay. Let them have their time. They're a good person. They're worth sticking with. And I see 2 children coming out of the marriage. It'll be 2 girls, 2 daughters you'll have. Okay? Now, in regards to your spiritual work, I do pick up mediumship around you as an ability that you have. And I do think you have a connection. But the thing is, I don't see you actually doing mediumship as your life career. Your life career will be more in working in the media, not medium, as a media person. And it'll be more like journalism and investigative reporting. Maybe even eventually you'll do like talk shows or something. But you have a media energy here. And I do believe that, you know, let your spirit people guide you to that. Yes, okay. All right, well, thank you for writing. All right, let's see here. Next letter, Rose Angeliques. Hi. You know, it's interesting. Around you, you have a spirit. It's a guardian, a guide named Barakiel. It's an angelic being. And Barakiel and you have a past life link because you were actually a member of the Golden Dawn, which was an occult fraternity and order in the 1930s. And during that lifetime, you did a conjuration to Barakiel, and he's been with you ever since. So he's come over into this life to guide you. And I do feel that in the coming year, you're going to be joining some sort of order that's like the Golden Dawn. It's an occult order. And you'll really develop your abilities to a greater degree. You have a lot of natural, magical, and psychical ability. But I do see you needing to pick up more studies in that area, okay? But Barakiel's your guy, okay? Thanks for waiting. Okay, next letter, Dave Rookie. Hello, Dave. So good to hear from you. One of my favorite people in the UK. You know, first of all, let me tell you, you're not crazy. Now, what happened to you, just to give people to understand what you were asked about. You walked into your house, as I understand it, and you saw your wife open the door, welcome you, and she walked over the stove and then disappeared. First of all, you're not crazy. This is actually not so uncommon of an occurrence. It's not every day it happens, but it has happened to many other people. This is what we call a doppelganger. And a doppelganger is a German word. It just means your double. And particularly it means the etheric double, because inside of us we have a spirit body, which is an etheric body. And when we die, that body comes out. Now, you don't actually have to die to see the etheric double or to have it leave your body. Many times when people are in deep concentration, that etheric double will come out. So, for example, if your wife or somewhere thinking, oh, I got to go home, I got to get stuff ready for dinner, I got these people come, and her mind goes and goes and goes on that. Well, that conscious thought can project outwards and manifest as the etheric double. So she could be totally fine and be at the grocery store shopping, and yet her etheric double projects back home to the kitchen because she's thinking, I got to get ready for the company. And so what you experienced was her doppelganger. Yeah, it's not necessarily anything scary or bad. It just means she's really focused, okay? So that's what that was. Hope that answers that. Thanks for writing. Next letter. Carissa 118. You know, hon, I got to tell you, I like this guy that you're with, but I don't know that you're going to stay together, because they tell me in about 3 years somebody new enters your life, and that's who you end up going off with and marrying. So I'd say watch, but it's not, you're not going to get married right away, but it's about 3 years out. And I feel the person that comes in at that time, interesting, they have a connection around music. They may be in a band or something. And I keep seeing guitar around this person. I do believe they play a guitar. And the name I get around them is an S name, like Scott, or Scott. Yeah, I want to say Scott is a name, I believe. So, but I don't see you meet until about 3 years. And I think you meet him at a concert. Okay? Thanks for writing. All right. Next letter here, Call Good 12. You know, I get a lot of spirit activity around you. I'm getting a great uncle here. But I want to place this on the mother's side, the family. And I feel that this great uncle kind of comes in to protect the young ones in the house and oversees everything. And you also have around you a spirit guide as well, and the name is Samuel. And Samuel he's a very tall gentleman. And it's strange because he looks like he's dressed in Egyptian clothes. So I believe he has some connection to ancient Egypt, but he goes by the name Samuel, which is actually a more modern name. But that's the name he gives me, and he seems to like. So, anyways, that's who's around you. And I want you to be watching here, because they keep talking about improvement in the income around you. And I feel like there's going to be some sort of raise here as we get into around beginning of June. It looks like increase in the finance. So things are going to be good for you, but you're being guided by this great uncle on the mother's side, and also Samuel. Okay. Thanks for writing. Guys, I'm sorry, that's all I'm going to get to tonight. I tell you, it's been so crazy busy this week with readings. And I want to thank all of you who have been calling and buying private readings. I am available if anybody's interested for full hour private readings, and I go into a lot more in-depth issues with you. For those of you who have had reading with me, you know. So, anyways, thank you for your time and your support. I love you guys. I want to say again, thank you for your prayers for Sylvia Brown. Sounds like she's on the mend. She's getting a little better. Let's still keep praying for her. But, anyways, guys, thank you for being here. I'm sending you guys a lot of light and love. Blessings to all of you. Thanks for being here. And next week, we'll have another Messages from the Spirit World.